hear stories of the motivational speakers put their practice into the preachers. What are some recent changes you've made in your life, and because you've spoken about them, and how have they bettered your life, so to say?
Well, I gotta say, practice what you preach is the hardest part of my job.
Yeah.
Because, I've got a lot of good advice, and sometimes I need to follow it.
Absolutely.
And actually, there's a phrase in the guru business that sometimes your mess is your message.
Yeah.
And I teach a time management class, and let me tell you, I need a time management class. I learned all these things from time management because I was just overdoing everything. I had 3 businesses running at the same time, full-time student, girlfriend, fraternity, and I was getting phone calls like, "Hey, Majid, where are you?" And I go, "What do you mean? I'm out at this party." "Well, you're supposed to be at the event that you organize." And I'm like, "Oh my God, it's Wednesday!" Right? So, something that I've done recently to answer your question is I have a whiteboard in my office at home, and I have a grid. So there's 30 days on the grid, just numbered 1, 2, 3, and then all the things I want to do each day. So one thing, it's a killer habit for me, is set my clothes out the night before. Sounds like a small thing, but it makes me think, okay, what's my day like tomorrow? What's the weather going to be? Oh yeah, I got to finish that thing before I go. It's just that kind of like a trigger for me.
Yeah.
Another thing is I want to spend at least an hour a day totally unplugged with my little daughter.
Yeah.
And if I've done it, I put a check. And if I haven't done it, I put a 0. And so for each one of these habits, let's see. The other one is exercise every day. The other one is
gotta keep up with your daughter.
Yeah, that's right. And one of them is plan my meals and eat what I planned, And so I've got about 5 or 6 different daily habits that I want to do, and my objective is to hit 25 check marks per month. So it's not perfection, 30, but my goal is 25 check marks per month. And so I have this, and throughout the month I'm checking each day. And so that's been really helpful just to see
and it's
visually.
Right there, It keeps you accountable, and you see your accountability right there.
And if I see like 7 or 8 or 9 zeros in a row, like circles, like I didn't do it that day, I got to go, okay, what's the underlying issue here? What is what about my environment or about the setup here is putting me in a way where I can't deliver on this new habit that I want to develop.
Yeah. Now, like, you've started doing a lot of short videos sharing on Facebook. I absolutely love them. I like every single one of them, basically. Because you have a very eloquent way of speaking, very clear, and you do teach that, speaking slowly. As you can see from these interviews, I get excited and I speak very fast.
Yeah.
I need to learn, watch your videos a little more. Are they on YouTube? Can people subscribe to them on YouTube, or just friend you on Facebook?
Yeah.
Or?
So when I started, I was putting them on YouTube and then putting them on Facebook. And something I've found is that the more friction it takes, the less I'm likely to follow through.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I used to even set up like a tripod and get the lighting right, and script the thing, and then I would have to edit it. And I would have to upload it, and it wouldn't get done. Yeah. So what I do now is I just hold the camera hold the phone. I've got an iPhone, and I shoot it, and then I go right into Facebook, and I write a little caption, upload, done.
Yeah.
So it's just on Facebook. So it's just for my Facebook friends, which extended to my professional colleagues as well. Not on YouTube. And that's not a social media strategy. It's just I just want to upload it and be done strategy. Yeah. So I don't know if that's necessarily the best, but that's what I'm doing.
That's great. How many businesses are you still running? Other businesses as well now?
Well, I have some real estate investments that I manage. Yeah. I would say it is sort of a separate business, and I also invest in startups and advise those startups. So that's sort of a separate business as well. But my main business is renting me in various ways. So you can rent me as a coach or as a consultant or as a trainer or as a speaker. Yeah. So that's sort of an expert business model, and there's a million different business models for experts. So most of my business is training through this company called Learning Tree that sent me up to none of it. Yeah. And I do some training myself. I'll go directly to a company. For example, I'm working with a company on customer service, so we're developing a sort of end-to-end script and process for their customer service. So just different ways that I can get myself involved with companies. It's awesome. I can work with a fashion company or all sorts of different companies.
Yeah, just because you were mentioning that at one point you were in school, you had 3 businesses going, and it's just a lot to take in. I once had someone tell me that you can only do 2 things in life. I don't believe that, but he said you can only do 2 things in life and be successful at them. You try to do too much, and none of them will really succeed. Do you see any truth in that statement at all? Do you have any opinion on that statement?
I can see that. I probably get bored, and I probably have a dozen different projects on the go, and half of them are dying and half of them are growing, and I've had to learn to be at peace with the dying projects, and letting them just wither on the vine. That's fine. I would say focus is a problem for me. I don't have enough focus, and I could probably learn something from that statement and start fewer things and finish more things. But I just see so much opportunity that when someone says, "Hey, could we collaborate on this?" I usually say, let's do that.
What you're doing clearly is working. I mean, don't let that statement
Well,
stop
I'm
you
having
by
fun,
any
and
means.
that's kind of the point for
that's
me.
the point.
Yeah?
And we love it. What are maybe a couple favorite mentors in Ottawa that you've met along the way that have...
Bruce Firestone.
Yes.
Gotta shout out to Bruce Firestone. The man is an inspiration. You want to talk about doing 12 things? 12 things would be a slow day for
And
Bruce.
if you're talking real estate investments,
Yeah,
Bruce knows his stuff.
Bruce is amazing. Bruce is amazing, and he whenever I call him up and email him, he's always got time for me, and we get together, and that's really great. I'll say Bob Yurchuk, who really started me off on the motivational speaking and authorship, and has always been a great support as well. Yeah.
And those are excellent. What about 2 favorite books? Because people would love to know, because you're so motivated. Do you have any books that really took you on the path?
Well, one of the big changers for me was David Allen's Getting Things Done. Have you ever read this one?
Yes.
You ever heard this one?
Yes.
Getting
Just
Things
released
Done.
the newer
the
one.
2.0,
The
yeah, or
2.0,
the
yes.
new one, yeah. So it just gave me a whole structure that I was missing in my mind for productivity, like write stuff down and how to prioritize and how to just kind of clear your mind, because being a creative person who sees lots of opportunity, you get a bunch of ideas, and if you don't have a system to capture it, I see Nick's flipping through his book right now.
That's like the saying I like is if you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
That's right.
You gotta write that.
That's
down.
right. And then another one is another classic is How to Win Friends and Influence People, Dale Carnegie. It's written in like 1913.
Oh, really?
Okay, so Dale Carnegie, and there's a whole Carnegie Institute that follows all this, and it's called How to Win Friends and Influence People, and it's just really basic stuff. Like have interest in other people. Don't try to put your ideas on them. Help them come to the conclusion that's the same as you. Just like really. I mean, it seems basic to me now, but it was really foundational and eye-opening.
And it's
for me.
something that you read every single year, and you want to just make sure it helps you just be a better person.
That's right.
It's simply be better, likable, and life's better when everybody around you is happy and likable.
That's right.
Well, thank you so much, Majid.
Thanks a lot. That's great.
Flew through that.
One quick question. When's the last time you had a snow cone?
Jeez, it's been too long. It's been over a decade. I'm embarrassed.
He was carrying water outside in Nunavut and just turned into one.
Yeah.
Right on.
All right, so quick events this weekend. Are you in Ottawa this weekend?
I am.
Any major plans? Any major events?
Yeah, man, my patio furniture is out.
There you go.
I'm hanging out in the backyard.
Finally,
Everybody to Majid's house. Sorry I missed the breakfast the other day. I wanted to make it to that. That was terrible weather, though. I would have.
I know.
I didn't have the car tires at that point. Anyways, tonight on Thursday, Our City paintings from Erin O'Neill at Clover. So she's done a lot of paintings in Ottawa for that. Friday, the School of Photographic Arts is having exhibition number 10. It's called. That's going to be good. Live the Smart Way Expo. So Kathy Smart is running that. So I wish I could have been. I'm going to Toronto. I'm finally taking the day off in 2015. It's going to be glorious.
Nice.
And so that's going to be fun. What else?
I'll be in Toronto on Wednesday or Thursday, Friday, and then Tremblant last weekend. So I'm going to go get my last taste of winter.
Nice.
And head out riding on Saturday. And also Saturday, amazing art show that's going to be happening by Dems and Dolls. Both of them do murals all over the city, but it's going to be an Alice in Wonderland theme. And I've been watching them on their Facebook, and they have. I'm thinking of bringing my daughter there too. It should be really cool. It's called Down the Rabbit Hole. It's at the Montgomery Legion on 330 Kent Street. It starts Saturday at 9 o'clock, but they've built like massive mushrooms, just all sorts of crazy things, big pictures and big...
What's the cost for this? That sounds excellent.
That's a good question. I'm not too sure what the cost is.
Oh, so $5 to $10.
Oh, I just saw it click out there.
Well worth every penny.
$20. Early birds $15, which are all sold out now. Regular $20 at the door.
Good to see some great creative stuff going on.
It's gonna be really cool. Yeah.
Are you seeing some great stuff changing since you've gotten here and since you travel around North America frequently? Are we starting to do some good stuff here?
Yeah, I mean, the food scene has exploded in the last 5 years.
Thank
just
God.
like the bar has been set. Like it's incredible. I mean, Westboro, downtown, Glebe, they're all growing.
Now you feel proud when you bring in your relatives and family from America. You're like, you got to try here. Ottawa is the place to
now
eat.
It's not where do you want to go. It's like, well, what kind of food, and then we'll start narrowing down.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, and then the food trucks are just going to be exploding more and more.
Even new ones this week.
That's it.
We're going to leave you with one last song from the Reverb Syndicate. This is Hello World, and goodbye everyone this week. Have a great week.
Take care. And
Thank you.
Again, Majid.
Bye-bye.